Alright, so I'm trying to get some timing belt work done today. Today's a nice day today, finally. Alright, so it stopped raining yesterday, and I went and worked yesterday, so today I'm going to try to knock out this timing belt. Maybe. I don't think I'm going to have time because I got to get work done on this guy. I got to do the coolant change on this guy, which is, I heard, is a pain in the ass on this car. It's my first time trying it. So yeah, so my goal is to just try to get as much of the timing belt stuff done today as possible. I've got everything set up so I can just kind of get it on there, but this is like I said, I've never installed a timing belt on this engine before, so there might be a bit of a learning curve, but I've actually been I've been studying, so hopefully it won't be too bad, and I got all the proper tools for it, so yeah, hopefully it won't be too bad. Yeah, it's been raining a lot. It rained all week last week, so I didn't really get a chance to work on the car all that much. And now it's finally let up. So, it's spring forward. So we got to move the clock forward one hour. So now we got extra hour daylight. So that is excellent. So we'll get the coolant change done on this guy. I will save the inverter for another. Oh, I'm gonna pay someone to do the inverter. I heard the inverter is a real pain in the ass to do, so I'm sure if I probably researched it I could do it on my own, but I'm fine with paying somebody to do half the work. Alright, HadesOmega out. Alright, HadesOmega here. So it's another day. I'm not working on that thing today, so that's good. I got the coolant done on that one just fine. It's not as hard as I thought it would be, but it is kind of time consuming trying to get the coolant to get in that engine. But anyway, back to working on the Galant. So today is timing belt day. This is it. I'm gonna get it in there today. The main cause of my all my frustrations is the timing belt, and I will fix that today. But also, man, I don't know. I'm thinking of changing the balance shaft seals. Oh, I can't because I already put the balance shaft belt in. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna pass on that. I hope it doesn't start leaking, right? Let's hope not. I don't know when the last time those were replaced, but I have them, so I'm like, damn it. But then I would have to start taking stuff apart again, and I don't want to do that. So I could change the other one, the oil pump one, but that's okay. I just skip it. It's not maybe next time. But let's see here. So I got the little cam locker tool in. I'm gonna start putting the belt on. And it's got to be like 2 foot-pounds. Like, geez, that's not a lot. But I set this to 24 as best as I could. From what I've noticed, is this thing puts out a little more torque than you're supposed to. That's what it seems like. So I'm gonna just lower the values a little bit. That's how you're supposed to tension it. You just pull it on this little tool here with the teeth. I'm not really sure what direction it goes either, but yeah. First I gotta get the belt on there. But yeah, I'm gonna get it on there today, and then hopefully it'll stay in time, and then we'll be good, and then we'll just start putting stuff back together. So that's the main event for today. If I can get that done, and then just start putting. I'm gonna try to just focus on this side of the car today. I got the belt right here. All the timing components are already installed. I got my little tensioner tool here, the other tensioner tool here. I'm using all the 3 J&Z tuning timing belt tools that I bought, so it's good. It makes it worth it. And actually makes it really easy. I don't have to play around with the cam gears to put the belt on. I like using this. This is a good tool. So this impresses me. So yeah, that's the plan. HadesOmega out. So one thing I noticed is, yeah, it's so in the book it says like, hey, you're supposed to match the cam gear marks, the timing marks, to the head or something. It's supposed to line up with the head. But yeah, CC cylinder head. It's supposed to line up with it. Unfortunately, when you look at the engine, the fender is in the way, so you can't do that unless the engine's not in the car. So the next best way to check the timing is to get like a straight edge, like a ruler or something, and just line up the marks. So there's like 4 marks, and this is how people mess up, because they think the other mark is the timing mark when it's not. But yeah, you just kind of line them up. I just lining the bottom edges of the marks up, and hey, they all line up. Surprise! It's probably hard for you to see at the camera, but yeah, so they all line up. So we're good. We're good on the top end. I know we're good on the bottom because that's where I had it. And I know I checked the oil thing. I will check it again just in case. But I think it's good. It naturally wants to float back, and you're good. There you go. It's this one. So yeah, right there. So I'm ready to put the belt on. Alright, so I'm kind of having some problems here. So the timing belt will not go together when it's locked in with this tool. I don't know why. See, it's off by a lot, you know. You would have to. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this other method where you zip tie them together, and supposedly they're supposed to stay in place. Yeah. So I don't know. I think I'm not really sure how to do this because it's supposed to hold it in time if you zip tie them in place. So I don't know. Yeah. So I'm having a problem. Like one or the other will not line up. See, you can see the teeth are like touching each other. They're not going in the grooves. So I'm gonna try this little zip tie method. I kind of figured out. This locker tool, it gets you in the ballpark basically, but to get them together you still got to squeeze it, and there's still some play in there, you can see, so it kind of gets you in the ballpark, and then you still have to move the cams around to get the belt in properly. So now I got it in, I got the zip ties in there. It's yeah, it's on there kind of tight, but at least this way I mean the belt's not gonna move, you know, and the cam gears are together. So that's what I learned from this DSM Graveyard YouTube video. So what he did was he zip tied the top of the timing belt to the cams, and then he just looped it up from the right side, going clockwise. So okay, I've kind of figured it out. So this gets you in the ballpark, but not perfect. And then you just have to finagle it until it gets in there. All right, so I got it in there. Yeah, check it out. It was a real pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. So basically, what I had to do is I had to rig out this contraption here. So oh man, this moved. I had to. For some reason, because I wasn't getting enough slack, so I needed to pull these two wrenches together so I can get enough slack to get the belt over everything. But the problem is I can't do that. It's very hard to do that and work underneath the cart at the same time because you got this big honking fender in the way. So I devised the way to apply tension to the wrenches while I'm working on the bottom of the car. So this is what I did. I zip tied a wrench to another wrench, and it worked. It worked great. So when I let this go, it should like tighten, or I could probably like tighten it some more and loosen. I don't know. Well, no, it's pretty tight. I'm gonna have to cut it tight, loose. So there it is, and then I just have to tension it, hopefully it'll stay in time. But let's not worry about that right now. But the timing belt's on there. Yoo-hoo! It's about that gone time, right? So what I'm gonna do now is let's cut these zip ties and take this timing tool out. Anyway, yeah. So it's in there. Here's a little better view. I got everything all lined up. The oil marks and the crankshaft mark. See, there's quite a bit of slack right here. But when I let that, yeah, there is quite a bit of slack. Surprising, because it was a bitch to get this thing on there. But it's here, it's tight. Here it's tight. Here it's not tight. But this is the tensioner right here. This is the one that's going to apply tension to the belt. So what we have to do now is apply 2 foot-pounds of force to this guy, and it should tighten the belt up to where we need it to be. So I'm thinking when I let these cam gears go, yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to loosen the tension on this first, or loosen the gears first, or just or tension it now. I'll read the instructions. Yeah, you gotta get an 8mm and then get a torque wrench and then stick it in there and apply 2 foot-pounds of pressure, and then tighten that center bolt, the center bolt on the tensioner, and you're good to go. All right, let's get it done. HadesOmega's. All right, so here's kind of the how to tension it. You gotta make sure the bolt is really loose, and then you apply 2 foot-pounds or 24 inch-pounds of force to the little tool up there, and then you have to use. It looks like you gotta. I don't think you can get a wrench or anything. You can't use a ratchet because you're not going to be able to get both of them in there. The only thing I could get to fit in there was a combination wrench like this one here, and I just tightened it. So now the belt, there it goes. Now the belt is nice and tight. It was like really loose before, but then I just got to make sure everything is still in time. So that looks good. Looks pretty close. That looks good. And the tops look good, so I think we're good. I'm just hoping I tensioned it properly. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, it's a little bit on the loose side. It's pretty tight right here. When I let these go, we'll see. Yeah, so I think I got it. I think, but I had to move this little tensioner thing all the way up. It was all the way on the bottom. Now I have to move it all the way to the top. Like I said, I've seen it in many positions before. Like, oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot to put these the cover for the back. I may have to redo this. I don't know. We'll see. I'll go do that right now. But yeah, I forgot to put that back timing belt cover on. Derp, I forgot. Anyway, it looks like it's on there. I think I tensioned it properly. Hopefully that torque wrench is good. I had it set to about 24 inch-pounds. So there we go. Looks like I got it. But we'll see when I start turning the engine over and checking the timing. Everything's lined up for now. Yeah. Also, I managed to get one of them on. I got the back cover on. Whew, good thing none of that stuff was in the way when I with the timing belt on there, because I totally forgot that I had to put those on first, and it would have been like way easier if I didn't have these cam gears here too. So I should have put it on before I put the cam gears on. So this one looks like it's not wanting to come on, and I remember I lifted the head out to get it with it on there to get that out. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is loosen this motor mount again. This doggone motor mount is in the way of like everything. It sucks ass. I hate it. Alright. So just gotta get on that. Here's what I got. Okay, so I got pulled away from this, and now it's getting dark. So I got the timing belt on there, and I still have to verify that it's still in time and everything. But I gotta loosen this motor mount to get this little cover back on. So I think while I'm doing that, so what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to wait 15 minutes and see if you can put the grenade pin back into the tensioner. I don't know if you can see it here. You see there's a pin in there. Yeah, you can see it right next to the water pump. There it is, see? So you gotta be able to pull that pin out and put it back in after you rotate the crankshaft like a crap load of times, and then you know it's the proper tension. So this is your thing that kind of adjusts the tension for it. I mean, this you can push on the arm. So I'm gonna go ahead. Before I get on this side, I can actually get this one in. It actually wasn't that hard at all to get it in, so that was easy. Luckily, this one is, like I said, I have to loosen this. I think I just have to loosen this a little bit, maybe get the bolts out a little bit, and then I should be able to slide that one in, hopefully. So yeah. So I'm gonna cut these, take this off, and then start rotating. Oh, look at that! It just comes right out. So when it's properly tensioned, this thing should just slide right out. There it is. And when I cut the zip ties, in fact, these zip ties aren't really doing much, so it's kind of just like holding itself together. It's pretty cool. Alright, so that's the plan. I'm going to check the timing on this, let it sit for 15 minutes. So during that 15 minutes, I'm going to go work on getting this back cover on. I just got done rotating it 6 times, and it lined up again, see? Right here. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see, but this lined up. And yeah, sure enough, they said you have to. It'll line up. Everything will line up 6 times. So it lined up here. It looks like it's just a little bit off, barely. I'm lined up on the crankshaft here, and I'm lined up on the other balancer right there. So looks good. I'm gonna go and rotate it another 6 times just to double check, and then I'm gonna pull the grenade pin out. They said the grenade pin should just come out, go back in and out, no problem, and it does. See, in and out, in and out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it out now and see if it moves. I said 15 minutes, or yeah, you know what? I'll just put this back in. So like there, so it should be. You should be able to just push it right in. So I'm gonna go ahead and rotate it 6 more times, see if it lines up again, and then I'll call that it. I'll pull the pin, and then we'll let it sit, and then we'll see if it goes back in. And then that should be it. That's the process. Yeah, I have to say the 4G63 is not my favorite car to do the timing belt on, because there's so many damn things you have to line up. Literally, you gotta line up the cams, the balancer, the well, I mean the other one just, you know, the rear balancer is, you know, it just stays like that, you know. And the crankshaft, it's a pain in the ass. I don't like the timing belt on this engine. That's why Mitsubishi should go for a timing chain. Anyway, so 6 more times, and then I'm gonna pull the pin out and call it good. What a pain in the ass. So I couldn't find the torque spec for this daggone thing, but I got it in there. Yes, it was a pain in the ass. You have to get it kind of in this groove here where it's supposed to be, and I bent it up, but when I tightened it, it straightened it back up. So, I think I know why they changed the motor mount system in the 2nd gen. It's because this freaking motor mount gets in the way of everything. You know, I thought it was cool at first. I thought it was pretty nice and robust, but I think it's a piece of shit now. It makes it harder for the mechanics to work on, right? So I don't know. I just torqued it to 50, and I call it a day. You know. So that's it. I think. Probably take this little tool out. Doesn't seem to want to come out though. It's odd. Yeah, it won't come out now. Okay, I'll just have to kind of get a wrench and kind of pry it out or something. Anyway, the next thing I'm going to install is I think I'm going to install the bracket for the intake manifold, because I'm probably going to forget, like I forgot that, so I better do it before I forget. Alright, so yeah, I found this in the trunk, timing cover. I'm probably going to need these. Oh, you know what? I don't remember which ones everyone's go, so I'm going to have to look in the book. The book actually tells you what length screws. They're all, like, 2 of them or 3 of them are different. So I'm going to go ahead and install this right now before I forget, because that's pretty important, because it has the vacuum lines on it. And, yeah, so, okay, so it's been more than 15 minutes. I did rotate it 12 times, or 18, whatever, and it lined up again. It seems like it's off by just a tad, like just a little bit on the crank and everything, but I think it'll be okay. And then so I'm gonna go ahead and see if that grenade pin can go out and go back in easily. Let's try that. Oh, I already took it out. Where'd it go? Okay, so supposedly, if I adjusted it right, this should go back in no problem. And it does. See that? I don't know, it's a little off, but it still goes in easily. So I think we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate it 6 more times, just to quadruple check sure, but it looks like we're good. Alright, final check. So there you go, I rotate it 6 more times. You see that little pointer is matching up with the little crank gear, and then that matches up. Well, you can't really tell, it's at an angle, but that one matches up there. And the top ones match. Alright, looks like we're good to go on timing. And then, one more last check. The grenade pin. Grenade pin. Just make sure you save these grenade pins too. Yep, goes back in easily. So we're good. So I'm gonna start buttoning up that timing, all the timing stuff. HadesOmega out. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, it does kind of pay off to be organized sometimes. So I was looking like, hey, where's the bolt for the manifold? I know I left 2 of them inside the manifold, and I'm like, where's the other one? How come I didn't just leave it on the block? Well, anyway, I found this in my little tool tray. Intake manifold bracket, so that's the one. So it's good to be organized. I mean, yes, I was semi-organized. I kind of didn't know where it was, but it was in the toolbox. So I went ahead and installed the little distributor dealie, the camshaft angle sensor. So it's in there now. And yep, still wrapping up all the time. I'll see if I can get the timing belt cover on, and then I'll call it a night. But let me finish doing this bracket here, hiding back there. Right, so hey, I got that timing belt cover on there. What a pain in the ass. So what I had to do is I had to lift the engine, just for further for future reference. I had to jack the engine up, shaplam, it's jacked up, right, and so I can get enough space here, and then I had to like fish it in from underneath. I had to kind of like get it in so it would clear the that doggone what is that the axle. I had to get it so it cleared the axle, and then I had to like rotate it like 90 degrees or 45 degrees or something, and then I have to kind of like guide it around this water pump. The water pump is the one thing that's gonna mess you up. Other than that, it came on pretty well. And then I have to kind of like get this through this hole here, and I have to put this gasket that's very, very hard. I don't even know if I should put it back on, but whatever. So there you go, timing belt covers on there. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. I may just stop here tonight. I don't know, we'll see. It's only a couple bolts, so I'll stick some in there and call it a night. I think I'm just gonna wrap this up real quick, but so you can tell if you ever get lost and you got your handy dandy manual here, even the Chilton's manual, it tells you what bolts go where. So there's quite a few different ones. There's like there's A's that go on the top. That's for top cover. This is a C, B, B, B. So and they tell you, they reference how long it is right here. So the smallest one are the A's. The B's is the next size. So you get the picture. So like, yeah, I have a whole bunch of bolts here that are different sizes, and I gotta figure out what goes where, but I know this one goes in like the bottom somewhere. So there you go. I'm just gonna like get them on there real quick because I kind of have to go right now. I have to get done with work. All right, I'm calling it. So I got the cover on there, but I'm missing some screws. It's weird. Yeah, because these are for the top cover. Maybe I have some with the top cover somewhere, but yeah. So So I got all the screws in there, but the one for the one that's super hard to get to, the ones that go over here near the water pump, are not. I don't know where they are. They're not in my little timing thing cup. Maybe they're in here. I don't know. Oh yeah, maybe no, none of those. Oh, what are these? That was a good question. O2 shield bolts. Okay, there you go. Oh, maybe these are them. Could be. Yeah, that's what they look like. So I think those are part of them too, or maybe they go for these. I don't know. Oh crap. All right. Well, whatever. We'll have to figure it out, man. I have a box full of bolts and stuff just in case I'm missing something, but I don't think we should have much problems. Yeah, I don't have the bolts for here. Where did the bolts go? Oh, there's 3 of them. Alright, anyway, yeah, so this what's gonna be what's gonna be going on here, putting stuff back and figuring out where I put what goes where, you know. So yeah, like I said, I'm missing a couple bolts. Also, I'm gonna take them out and I'm gonna put anti-seize on them. I forgot, I keep on forgetting, but they're not super tight right now. It's not tighten. I just kind of hand tighten them because I have to kind of take off right now. But yeah, there we go. I got the timing belt on today. Looks good. Looks excellent. It's in time. It's proper tension. I put the little cam gear dealie, the cam angle sensor in. I put the bracket on the back. So it doesn't sound like I got a whole lot done today, but I sure did. Yeah, and the timing belt is the hard part, and then I'm probably going to work on getting the shields on, the turbos next, and then make sure all this area is squared away, and then start on that side, and get all this damn intake piping and water. I know I'm getting there. It's getting there slowly but surely, and then all these vacuum lines. Oh, my head is spinning right now. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. It's like a puzzle, and it just kind of sometimes it just falls into place. So that's it for today. HadesOmega out. Oh yeah, and the valve cover. Oh, that's another one. I haven't put the little half circle thing back in yet. All right, HadesOmega out.